think I may be live. I'm not sure. I'm looking at the phone, looking at the camera, looking at lots of different things. I think I might be figuring it out slowly but surely. Not so sure. If anybody's on my page. I'm not really doing anything but trying to figure out how to go live. So sorry, I keep looking at the phone. I'm not sure exactly where I'm supposed to be looking, but let's see. I'm looking at the computer, seeing if maybe I am here. Looks like somebody posted something about my video earlier. So let's see if I can figure this out. I did a video earlier to see, yep, here I am. I'm live. I'm watching myself. I don't know if you can hear me. If anybody can hear me. Hoping it works out. I have my laptop muted, so I don't want to get feedback. Just seeing if anything's going on. See, I'll stay on here for a few minutes and see if anybody taps in. Maybe I can get some comments. But anyway, starting on a wreath. This is called, I'm pretty sure it was called the Woodland Curl method. So let's see. Let's zoom out a little bit here. So anyway, Woodland Curl. Let me move this to the side. Try to keep that to the side. I've already got my poofs cut. They are 30 inches. And so I've never done this before. Normally I do a plain ruffle. So plain ruffle is just taking it like this. I always use something to hold my thing down. So this is the plain ruffle. So you just take it and you just scrunch your fingers all the way through this and you make a nice ruffle. And it's a big ruffle. And it covers a lot of space. So this is that. So it's very pretty. So the ruffle that I'm doing today, which I have never done before, is that I do believe they call it the Woodland or Woodard ruffle. I'm not sure. I was trying to look up the video and I just decided to give up. So again, there's no right or wrong. I just try to give credit to the people that have done it in the past. So, hi Valerie from Mississippi. Can you hear me? I just got a brand new Mevo and I've never done a live with this. So I'm brand new. So can you hear me? If you can, type yes or give me a thumbs up. Just trying to see if this is working or not. I'm not really doing a big tutorial or live video on wreathing. I'm just sitting here doing some things, trying to figure out my new Christmas present so I can do some. So anyway, so you take this and you roll a couple, 2 or 3. I hear you perfect. Thank you, Valerie. I appreciate your input. Again, this is Teresa with Wreath Addiction RN. Like and share my page. I don't know how long I'll be on. Like I said, I'm just doing a few things just to see how this is going. But anyway, so on here, let me see if I can zoom in because I'm trying to perfect this new craft, right, of videoing. Whoops, sorry. Please don't get sick from me the way I'm zooming in. So anyway, so you take the ends and you just roll it about 3 times. So 3 times. And I already did the other side and I put a clip. I don't know if you can see this. I'm gonna wait. Things are kind of slow. So you can see the clip. So that holds the one end. So then I take it and you just use your fingers and you scoop in. Valerie, do you know this method? If you're a wreather, you may know the exact name for this. The Woodland or Woodard curl, something like that. And I was trying to find it and I wasn't able to. So anyway, I just went ahead and just started working on it. And I wasn't sure either if you were supposed to put it up or down. I don't think it really matters. I think as long as you know, do it the same all the way around. I'm going to spread this out a little bit, see if that works, so you can see. So, and then I have my wreath form already made up. I'm just going to stick this in here. Of course, things get caught on this mesh very easily, even your pipe cleaners. I always try and make sure my ends are even. So, hi Debbie. Debbie made a comment on one of my pages. So, and then you just take it and twist it, like I said, and then you just put these up together so that they're not cruffles. Yeah, and I don't know, are they called cruffles when you do the rolls? Maybe. Thank you, Linda. Couldn't remember. Somebody made, you know, designed that. So anyway, I thought it was looking really cute. We're gonna go all the way around the outside. I might make this one actually for myself. I don't know for sure. I'm losing my stuff. Hang on one second. I don't have anything on my front door for winter, but you know how that goes. I think just like a beautician, her hair's the last person's to get done, and I think that's going to be the same, you know, for Aretha, right? Your house is the last house to get done, and somebody likes what you have, then you sell it. You know, it's kind of how it goes. So do 3 rolls. I kind of am a little generous about it, so that my ends stay in. And then you take your clip. You can use chip clip, you can use a clothespin, whatever you want to use. Again, these are 30-inch cuts on 10-inch mesh. This mesh I got from Hobby Lobby. It's probably not one of the thickest meshes, but whenever you're doing this method, it really doesn't turn out too bad, and I'm probably going to add some either curls or another layer of poofs. It just depends on, I have a sign, kind of got some off-white in it, and I'm slowly but surely learning how to go ahead and go against that. Okay, well, white and off-white are going to be okay together. So my daughter-in-law keeps telling me I got to expand my color wheel, because I think everything has to match. And I watch other people and I'm very envious of how they can just throw something together, and I'm like, man, that looks great. You know, even like adding the black and whites to things makes things pop. So I did get quite a bit of black and white ribbon to add to some things. So my dog's down here. I think I dropped something on the floor, and so he's looking for whatever might be down here. So you always take these two and make sure that they're together. That helps them be full. So on the cruffles, do you put them upside down or downside? I've never seen this method. I'm fairly new. Absolutely, jewelry burnout. Absolutely, I agree. Talking today about so many different things to do. I mean, once you become creative, your mind just kind of goes, and you start adventuring into so many different areas. Hold on one second. I have this stuff all cut. I was actually going to go sit upstairs with my husband and do this so that we were together, but he's snoring away in the chair. So I decided to come back down here and play with my Mevo some more and see how it was going to work. So hang on one second. Let me get the sign and show you what I was talking about. Okay, so I'm back. So here's the sign. Let it snow. And so I don't know if you can tell, but this is like weathered and off-white kind of. So I do think it'll go, but whenever you put that bright white with it, the snowball mesh or even just another white, sometimes it's so bright that it just makes this look really yellow, and I don't know if I like that appearance or not. So anyway, so we'll see how it looks whenever I get things done. I have 18 areas or 18 ruffles that I'm going to be putting in, or cruffles. So yeah, I was talking to my son today about making signs so that I can customize my wreaths more, you know. So if you're able to make signs, I think you're able to do that. So you said I'm sorry, visiting, hang on one second, let me see. I'm learning how to work all this, so please, thank you for being patient. You're visiting your son and grandchildren for Christmas. I know, I was at my son's today too, and I just kept thinking of all the things I could be doing. It's very short distance, so all the things I could be doing at home, getting laundry ready, you know, done. I work full time still. I'm a nurse. That's the RN part of the wreath addiction. So, and I took a little vacation. I started on vacation Friday, but you know, Friday was busy finishing up Christmas shopping. Saturday I had Christmas with my brothers. My parents are both deceased, so I have 5 brothers. I'm the only girl, so we get together every year still. My mother has been gone now for 10 years, and my dad's been gone for 28, so long time. So anyway, so that, and then we had Christmas with my children on Sunday. Had my sons work at the prison. They don't get time off like other people, so we had Christmas with them. And then yesterday my husband had to work, son had to work, but we had the Christmas program at church. So we went to church last night, took his mother to church, then went and seen some lights. And then today we went and did the visits. All of our children live close, which we're very lucky. So we did went to Tristan and Sabrina's and got to see what the grandkids got from Santa and talked to them, and those were our other crafters in the family, so talking to them about some things. And I went to the other sons, Adam and Kayla's, and watched those 2 children roll around their whole house on their hoverboards, I think they're called. So yeah, so I can imagine. Where are you at that you're visiting? Are you in another town, another state with your children? Because you said you were from Mississippi, is that right? So anyway, I'm glad my family's close. I really enjoy, family's very important to me. I'm really glad that we're close and we don't have to worry about traveling to get that, so to get there. So yeah, but you know, it's still hard. I think it's hard to, lives are so busy, you know. I love the holidays, and then some days I get mad at myself because I get frustrated because we don't get to spend enough time with each other. So 2 hours from home, yeah, that's a long way, a little long to pack up your stuff, right? That's one thing, like with wreaths, I do sometimes take a few things, like I make my own wreath forms, so I could take those wreath forms to with me and put pipe cleaners on them, and then, you know, so they're ready to go. So there's some things I can do. Sometimes I take some ribbon if I know in advance what I want to do, so I could take some ribbon with me and make that cuts. And so sometimes I can do things, you know, but I like to try and devote my time to the kids, but it's hard. Sometimes my mind wanders on all the other things I could be doing, you know. So especially if everybody's kind of, we're not doing anything, we're just laying around or, you know, watching a movie or something. So that's kind of what's hard for me. I'm downstairs in our basement, and this is where I do all my crafting for the most part. And I have a TV down here, and I find myself deciding, should I watch my shows that I have recorded? I have a lot of Christmas movies recorded. And, or should I watch a YouTube video on, you know, somebody else doing something with with wreaths. So it's kind of a toss-up. Like I said, I was just trying to play with my Mevo, and I'm pretty excited. I think it's working out pretty good. Get better. My husband found a tripod that we used for a video camera, and actually my Mevo fits on it, so I was pretty excited about that. So there's so many things though, you know, you get started, and I want to make really pretty bows, and I think you can do it better with the Pro Bow by hand. So, oh, that's nice. Personalized, absolutely. Personalized gifts are so good. My daughter-in-law did get me a personalized cup that said Read the Diction RN on it. She had it made for me, and a shirt. And you know, very, very sweet. So, you know, if you can make them yourselves, that's even better to personalize those things. So, absolutely. Personalized gifts are always good. So, I don't know if you got an alert that I was on, but like and share my page so I can get my wreaths out there. I haven't got my Etsy page set up yet. So many other things too, you know. I want to get my website going, but then again, it's like, oh, I'll just make another wreath. Sometimes whenever those things, I procrastinate because those things aren't, don't come easy to me. so it's easier just to say, oh, I'll go and make a wreath. So, and sometimes this Mevo and the electronic part, and I was like, how do they do that? How do they zoom in? How do they do that? And I don't, so, and I'm trying to figure out how to do the affiliate links, but I think I figured that part out. They just do it on there because they watch their own show or their own live video on Facebook while they're on there. So I think that's probably what they do. So, hi Jerry, how are you? Merry Christmas. I've made cardinal ones before, yes. I have done that in the past. Last summer I did. Made several. So I haven't got stuff here. I haven't started on making them, but it's a good possibility. So, are you off today, Jerry? You still going to school? How's things going? Kids have a good Christmas. Thanks for watching. Like my page. Share it. I used to work with Jerry. She was an awesome CNA for me. I worked at St. Anthony's in Alton. I left there and I went to work for Heartland Hospice, and I am now a hospice nurse. So, as I was saying, I'm off. Tomorrow's my last day off, and I have in my mind all the places I want to go to possibly get some good deals. You know, the after Christmas sales. My daughter-in-law gave me, I'm going to do one more roll on this one. My daughter-in-law gave me a gift certificate for Michael's. I'm like, oh, that's my favorite store. You know, of course, they're all your favorite. Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Dollar Tree. I never thought Dollar Tree would be my favorite store, but I love going to Dollar Tree. Have to be careful with what you get there, but I think you have to do that with every store. I don't think Dollar Tree is any different than others. So I think you have to watch for every store. So anyway, I go back to work on Thursday, and then we rotate holidays, or we sign up for holidays. So this year my holiday is New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So once I go back to work, I'm going to be working a long time before I get a day off because of the holiday. But that's okay. Yeah, I bet. You know, I don't, like I said, I'm a hospice nurse, so I travel. We go to homes and nursing homes and assisted livings, so we do a lot of that. But, you know, I do a lot of driving, so, but I love it. I wouldn't trade my job for anything. Some days the hours are long. I guess that's the one thing that, you know, but I think you have that in any healthcare position. Some days are just longer than others. You just have to focus on the good that you're doing and helping the families get through probably one of the most difficult times that they're going to have to go through. So, and I wasn't a nurse. Hospice is tough, yes. Yeah, I get attached too. I do too. But you know, I think I have a lot to give, and I do give a lot of myself. I put a lot of myself into my job, so I think that's what God put me here for, to be a nurse and to be a hospice nurse. I wasn't a nurse when my parents, I've only been a nurse since actually 2013. I was really young. I was, when my dad passed away, and think back now at how different things were, that, you know, my mom, you know, really was on her own, you know. I just didn't realize. I was only 25, I think, something like that, when my dad died, and had my young children myself. So then my mother died 10 years ago this last September. So it's, I miss her every day because she was my best friend. So there's so many things I'd love to talk to her about. But, you know, I still talk to her, and I listen, and sometimes I get some responses back as to what she would do. You know, she wasn't here to tell me. But anyway, so after that, I quit my job to stay home and take care of my mother. And I tell you what, she was so grateful just to be at home. I was so lucky that I had the support of my husband, my children, my brothers, all 5 of them, and their wives, to help, you know, care for her, to keep her home. She didn't last real long, you know, but we would have done it as long as we needed to. But anyway, so then I'm like, what do I do? So next thing I know, I'm calling around, and I was a teacher's aide before that, so I've done a lot of different jobs, but teacher's aide was my most recent one. And anyway, so next thing I know, I'm in school to be a CNA. So, and I love that. I love taking care of patients. I just enjoyed them. I mean, I don't know, I just saw things differently than some of the younger people. I mean, I realized that this was their home, and, you know, that we needed to make this life the best life that we can make for them. So, you know, that some of them, we were the only people they ever saw. So I loved it. And then I decided that I could give more. So next thing I know, I'm in college again, a lot older, and in college, and I went back to school. Thank goodness some of the stuff that I did when I graduated from high school just carried over. I was like, thank you. So that was a sign also that I didn't have to start from scratch. So I had like a year of prereqs for sciences and some maths. And then I got my LPN, and I took 1 semester off and got my RN. And while I was in RN school, I was working at a nursing home, and just got a lot of knowledge under my belt there. Spent 2.5 years there, because even after it took me a year to get my RN. So yeah, you're right. Well, and I just don't think it's about them. I think it's a different perspective that they have. I don't even know if it's really the money, honestly. I just think that it's a me generation, and I don't think that they remember that it's not about them. It's about this. They call them residents for a reason in the nursing home. It's because this is their residence, and we're in their home, and we need to respect them and treat them like we would if we were going into their home. So, you know, I know a lot of them got mad because they're so picky. They didn't want you to do this or that. They had a certain way they wanted to get ready in the morning, and a certain way they wanted to do their things. And you learn that routine, and your day is a much better, you know. Do what you can to make their day better. Try not to be the problem, you know. So you learn what made their day better and how they like things, and then you never had any problems, and they were happy that they wanted you to be the one to do it for them. So these things get caught so easily. So anyway, so I think that's, you know, when you're older, you're in your 40s, you just look at things differently, you know. So, and I try and pass that on even to some of the younger people that I see now, you know. Think about how you want to be treated if you're the one that's in this situation. What do you want? Because it happens even in death, you know. People just, it's hard to give. They feel like they're giving up, and they're really not. So what we're trying to do is let them pass with dignity and without pain. And some people it's really hard because they feel like when they stop taking certain meds and that they're giving up. And it's not necessarily the case, you know. So I think you just have to put yourself in those situations. How do you want your loved ones to take care of you when you're passing? Do you want them to say, oh no, you don't need that pain medication? Or do you want them to say, no, I don't want them to be in pain. I want them to not be, you know, in pain during their passing. And so it's hard. It's not easy. It's a process, you know. Once I found a mistake. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You just gotta pray about your decisions to what you want to do, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Be comfortable, no suffering. Yeah. I agree. I mean, it was hard. I was not a nurse when my mom was on hospice. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. I think that's why I relate to a lot of families, and I talk to them about, you know, I mean, I don't always go in there and just start off with that, but some people say, well, you don't understand. But oh, I do. I wasn't a nurse. I understand how hard it is to give these medications. You know, I understand how hard it is to realize that the fight is over. You know, their fight is over. They're done fighting. And they just want to live out their days the best that they can. And when they can't do those things anymore, then, and they're in pain, they want you to do what you need to do and for them not to be in pain, to be okay with some of the medications. It's hard, but we're here for the families just as much as we are for the patients. So I got a Christmas card from a family that I had when I first started working for Heartland. And I think about that family all the time. In fact, I was just at church the other day, and someone I go to church with, I was their parents' hospice nurse. And he tells everybody still, you know, that they appreciated everything I did for them and their family. So anyway, so I love to come home, and some days is not easy, you know. I mean, I love what I do, but some days you have a tough case. You have a tough, you know, trying to figure out what pain medicine to give, or you know, what's causing their pain, what kind of, you know, interventions can you do? Because it isn't always about medicine. It's about interventions. It's about what kind of stuff can you get in the home for them to be comfortable, you know, beds, mattresses, you know, wheelchairs, whatever, you know, cushions, all that stuff, you know. So, and some days it's just, what is that? Do your patients see people? Do your patients see people that you don't in the room with them? I don't quite understand. Like if they're in a nursing home and they're and have a roommate. Oh, yes, absolutely. They hallucinate. Absolutely, that's a part of it. We have a wonderful book our company has put out. It's called Gone From My Sight, and it is awesome. It helps so much go through the different stages of death, you know, and hallucinations is one of them. And seeing their past loved ones, absolutely. Usually it's like a mother, or sometimes it's a husband, or even sometimes children, if they've had children that's passed before them. So yeah, absolutely, it's very common, very, very common. And sometimes it can happen, you know, a while before they actually pass. It can be an off and on thing. Some people don't, you know, think, oh, that's right at the end. Sometimes it's off and on, and sometimes it is right at the very end, and it's more prevalent that they do it frequently. Sometimes in broad daylight, yeah. Kept saying they were, yep, people in the room with them, absolutely. Yep, happens all the time. And sometimes you don't know, yeah, because I did have somebody say, oh, that little girl's there. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yes, absolutely. So, if I come home and I wreath, because you know what? This wreathing is so relaxing for me. I enjoy it. It's being creative. But you know what? Actually, being a hospice nurse, you have to be creative too. Just like I said, there's a lot of things that you can do for your patients other than medication, and sometimes it just helps me just relax. And next thing I know, I've come up with what I need to do, you know, or a new way of doing something for them, you know, and a thought of positioning or anything. So one dog's outside, and they start working. And then the one dog that's inside, I'm sorry, I always look at this computer, I'm sorry. And one dog's inside has now decided, what's the outside dog want? So anyway, Valerie, thanks for being on. I appreciate it. My grandmother made me get on a choose. Yeah, so what did you do? Did you do it? Thing of it is that you're not going to win a battle by trying to convince them that they're really not there. You can say, you can do it, get up, or you can say, oh, that's all right, they're sitting somewhere else. Sometimes, sure, you did good, you know, I mean, it's better just to do that, you know, it's just, what battle are you trying to win? And sometimes if they have a disease, you know, the Alzheimer's disease, along with the passing, and seeing that, you're really just fighting a losing battle. You might as well just forget it, you know, just give in. So anyway, here's what we got so far. I have a couple more to go to double check and make sure. I'm not used to talking and doing this. I am used to, you know, just watching TV or watching another YouTube video and doing this. And I found the last time I was doing this, I kind of got carried away. So it does kind of goes pretty quick though whenever you're talking along and working, you know. So, but I love it. It's probably one of the best things I ever decided to do. I decided I wanted a wreath. I wanted to make one, so I watched a couple of YouTube videos. I have to say though, the wreaths I made last year definitely do not look like the ones I made this year. But that's okay. Everybody gets better, and sometimes even your little niche changes, or you just perfect your niche, basically, I guess. So, like I said, I'm not sure you could put this up or down. I've been putting them down. I don't think it really matters either way. Let's see where we got one left. So Valerie, are you, do you ever watch Hardworking Mom? Thank you, Valerie. Hardworking Mom, I watched a lot of her videos, and that's really, I mean, I just, tons and tons and tons of her videos, and then she would promote other people, and then I would look at some of their videos, and, you know, she just really was very, very good at the beginning, and still is, but at the beginning of whenever she was doing her stuff, of just really doing step by step, to tell me, you know, this is what I did, this is the size I used, this is where I got my stuff, you know, just very step by step. So anyway, I don't know. I said, I always like to add something else. So I don't know if I have some more of an off-white. I don't know. I always think that this is like really pretty if you add some white to it. Thank you, Linda. I'm going to go over here and look real quick at two things. So I don't really remember where I got this from, but I don't think it's really going to go. I don't know. You know, I know there's no right or wrong, but I try to I'm going to be making a burlap wreath, and so I know I'm going to be using some of that for that, to help that. I'm just cutting this edge a little bit here. So did everybody have a good Christmas? Am I liking it, Casey? Hi, Casey. Merry Christmas. I'm loving it. I actually, you know, I'm pretty technical. I can't even say that. Tech challenged. But once I finally figured it out, it really just took me today. Today's the first day we actually even got it to, you know, spent time and actually hooked it up to my phone. And then I tried to figure, I did a practice video. I posted that. And then I decided, well, I'll go ahead and just get on here. Like I said, I haven't really messed with it. I have figured out how to like zoom in, so I'm pretty excited about that. And then I did watch, like I said, the tutorials. It says it takes it a little bit of time to zoom in. So, you know, so I can make it do it faster or slower. So I need to probably play around with some of those settings a little bit. So I didn't really do a tutorial. I had these things cut and I just thought, well, I'll practice with it. So that's what I'm doing and trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this sign here. I'm so anal on things that match, so I don't know. I just think that's a bright color and I just don't know if those are 30-inch cruffles. So I don't know if I want to do a 10-inch ruffle. It's probably all I got. But this is all I have left from this. So I have 2 rolls, so I have 12 slots to fill. So I don't know if I have enough to do 10. So I'll just try 10 and see what happens. And there's no right or wrong. You know, I may do 10, someone else may do 20, someone else may do, you know, something else. So I don't know if I'll do a roll. I can do 2 rolls or a roll for each run. I guess that doesn't look too bad that way. So I don't know if you can see it or not. I could do that. I don't know if you can see it. What? See, that's why you have to put them on there. That's why you have to just cut a piece and see if it's going to work. So, anyway, so you got that one. And then I'm going to cut another 10 and see about doing a ruffle inside of a cruffle. See how that works. So, Casey, did you have a good Christmas? I'm so sad that I'm not going to really be able to be on any calls because once I go back to work on Thursday, I'm going to be working a lot. I'm on call. We work, I'm on call the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then we work Monday. I'm on call Monday night and Tuesday. And then I have to work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. or Friday. No, I'm off that weekend, but that's a lot of on-call. So, but I'll make it. I'll make it. So, anyway. Yeah, you know, fraying is an issue, but you know what? When you're with mesh, you just might as well figure it's going to happen, you know. I try not to, it used to bother me a lot, but it really doesn't bother me anymore. I just try not to mess with it a lot, because the more you mess with it, the more it frays. So just try not to mess with it a whole lot. So let me show you real quick. I have a couple more wreath frames made up. Yeah. So, and I got this from Brenda at Busy Bee Custom Wreaths and Creations, I do believe. I know it's Busy Bee Custom Wreaths. Anyway, so I took her, adapted her way to do setting up my wreaths. So I don't know if you can see it really well. Oh, it looks pretty good on that picture. So anyway, so these small ones here do not get like a tie or ribbon tails, or it's not going to get like an extra ruffle either. So I only need 12. So whenever I start to put that in, that's what I'm looking at here. So this one here is not going to get one. So I'm just going to go ahead and tie this one down. I like my mesh to be seen for the most part too, so I try not to do a lot. Although that one might, I don't know. So now I just have to decide whether I want to do rolls or ruffles. I'm always partial to rolls. Once you do one ruffle or cruffle, then I'm kind of doing the rolls, is what I think. So I don't know. But I'm really glad I tried that color though, because I think that's going to go really just fine with this sign. So we'll see. I think that's going to work. And pretty excited about that. You like the rolls? I do too. Like I said, I'm really partial. I watch other people do like ruffle on ruffle, and they always turn out so good, but I don't ever feel like mine do turn out as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut some. So let's see what I got here. See how many I come up with. I think it's going to work out pretty good. I just dropped something on the floor over there. Better check out what it was, because my dog likes to chew things up. Oh, it's my chip clip. Yeah, I was talking about you. You like to chew things up. So, I'm finding it hard to set up my space on how I want it. But we'll see. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut some 10-inch. And I just bought a new cutter, but this is fabric mesh. It's not, it's more like a fabric or poly jute maybe. I don't remember. Honestly, don't even remember where I bought it. So, I love my mat, self-healing mat. In fact, I had to turn it over. Thank goodness it has measurements on both sides, because my other side, I had used the same measurements. You know, you do a lot of 10s, you do a lot of, well, usually 10s and 20s, so then, you know, your mat, the self-healing part, stops self-healing at some point. So anyway, so I turned it over to see start using the other side. So, see how many I can get. I'm hoping maybe I can find some more of this tomorrow. So I'll probably take a swatch of this with me while I'm doing my shopping. I'm going to go to Joann's. I know I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby. Actually, I'm going to go to Walmart too. They brought out, for one, I was like so shocked. What day did I go to Walmart? I guess it was Friday. I went on Christmas Eve too, but I went on Friday. And they were actually taking down their Christmas decorations on Friday before anything ever happened. When I went on Monday, on Christmas Eve, they were actually rolling out a brand new display of their floral picks, and it was beautiful. It was had some wintry like flocking, and it had some just the greenery that had like the wintry look to it, and then they had some nice red and white, I mean very Christmassy looking, and I'm like, it was brand new. It was a brand new display they were wheeling out right to their garden center. So I'm thinking, man, I'm hoping that they'll go put that on sale. It was all I could do not to buy any that day, but it was $5 for a, I don't know if you want to call it a bundle, I guess. And I thought, I don't know if I want to spend that, because if I do, sure enough, when I go tomorrow, it'll be on sale. So, hi, you can't, I know, it's because you're watching what I'm doing, my dear. This is my daughter-in-law. Hi, Kayla. There I am. Are you happy? So, that's what the Mevo is for, so that you can zoom in on the work that you're doing on the mat, so that people can see how you do your mesh, or how you do your cutting and, you know, actually putting the wreath together, which I was doing, but you missed it because now I'm doing another part of it. So I'm going to make a clean edge here. So anyway, so I love the Mevo, Kayla. It really is working. It's working good. Do you want to see this? See what I'm making? So this is what I've got so far, and then I'm going to add the ruffles in. Kayla's another one I bounce ideas off of her. She, sometimes whenever I get stuck on whether something's going to match or not, she can tell me, no, that goes, or no, that doesn't go, or you're putting too much on, or you need more. Sabrina's one of those people too. She's a little more conservative. I like fluffy and frilly, so sometimes I go a little overboard. So I think you have to do a little bit of everything though. So I mean, it's nice to have somebody to bounce ideas off of that's close. You know, there's times I'm thinking, man, I wish, good thing I don't have Lori's phone number. She'd probably get tired if I was calling her and asking her stuff all the time. So I'm cutting these at 10 inches, so it's 10 by 10s, and I'm probably going to do rolls, I think. 1 to 2 rolls per section. Depends on how many I have. As long as if I can get 2 per each section, that's what I'm going to do. So Kayla, can you hear me okay? Everybody said that they can. I was trying to work with the sound. I was getting feedback, so I had to shut the sound off of my phone and of the laptop. So I didn't realize that I could see comments on my phone. I don't know. So anyway, so I found out that I can. So I guess I don't actually need the laptop, but if I am going to do links like they've done, great, loud and clear, good deal. So I was doing that video earlier. I don't know if you watched it. Finished up that wreath for Sabrina, and I'm like, oh man, my hair looks pretty good in that one. So some days I have a good hair day, some days I don't. But I said I was going to go upstairs and do this upstairs, and I got upstairs and your father was sleeping, so I came back down and decided to play with the Mevo and see if I can get it to work and do a video. So anyway, Kayla, I don't know if you know how to like and share my video, but you can like and share. That way other people know I'm on live tonight. Kind of get my exposure out there. Are the kids sleeping? What time is it anyway? 8:30. Probably not. They're probably still running around on their hoverboards. Tell you what, my grandchildren, I have a 6-year-old grandson that can maneuver that hoverboard like he was born on it. It's amazing. I think the grandkids all had a good holiday. The parents did a good job picking out their stuff. So this one's only 9, a little less than 9 inches. I'll probably keep it just because it really isn't going to matter whether it's total or not. I'm trying to remember where I got this from. Did I get this from Hobby Lobby? I'm trying to think. Actually, I think this is what I made that other wreath from. And I'm pretty sure I got this from Hobby Lobby, so I'll be checking. I think Hobby Lobby tomorrow is you can't, yeah, I couldn't either. I didn't even try and get on them. Oh, liked and shared. Nope, we're getting ready for bed. Going to, oh, yes, they have to go fish shopping tomorrow. I'll have to check on that tomorrow. Definitely, I'm not a balancer either. They didn't even ask me to get on. I didn't want to have a broken bone. I still have to work. Then I wouldn't be able to do my wreathing if I had a broken bone. I forgot what I was gonna say. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that I got this from Hobby Lobby. And tomorrow, I'm pretty sure is their 50% off this week, so of their mesh. So I'm hoping I try and keep that in my mind. What week is 50% off and what isn't. So just trim this up a little bit. So, but now I do remember I made these. I use this for the cornucopias. So I know Hobby Lobby had it. Whether they still have it, I don't know. So we'll see. Sometimes I get a lot of wreaths started, or not a lot, a few, 1 or 2, and then I have to go and finish finding the stuff that I want to finish it. So that one's not a go, because I may end up, normally I do not put ribbon or anything in those shorter ties, but I just want to make sure it's going to look okay, so we'll see. And that's the thing, you know, it's your wreath. It's your design. It's the way you want it. It's whatever you want. There's no right or wrong. I may do something different than Casey, but it doesn't mean that she's right and I'm wrong, or vice versa. You know, that's why they're called custom creations. We're not assembly line. That's what my husband told me. I made stuff for the church, and he says you are not an assembly line, because I'm trying to get them all exactly alike. So anyway, so I'm gonna probably do this and clean up and head on to bed. So anyway, I did my first live with my Meebo. Pretty excited. I think it definitely needs 2 per thing, but I don't know if see, I'm 6 inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So I'll look for some more of this tomorrow. See if I can do that. I made a couple more wreath frames so that I could do some of the Easter stuff this week. So, and I want to shop all day tomorrow because I do want to get a couple more wreaths started. Get some of my Christmas ones put away. I only have, I think, 3 maybe that it didn't sell from this year, so not too bad. And I haven't posted I have one sold to a coworker already, and then I have one to post, and I love it. It's really heavy, and it's made on an 18-inch wreath frame, and it's got a sign. So let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. All right. Let me just show this one. Can you see this one? I just love this one. It's so cute. This is on a fabric mesh, and it's on the buffalo plaid. I don't know if you can really see it. It turned out really, really cute. I love it. So, like I said, I haven't even posted it yet. It's got a big bow over here. So, I really like it. I like it. So, I need to get it posted because I think this one could be displayed for the winter and until spring. So, I think it's really cute. So, like I said, lots of stuff. Yeah, I love it too, Valerie. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. It is beautiful. I love it. I mean, it just turned out really, really good. I was excited. I just love listening to the tin makes it. Yeah, it does. I was like, always listening to Lori. That's so cute, she always says. And I'm like, yeah, I sound just like her. Yeah, that's so cute. I just love it. So anyway, and it just helps, you know, it's so fun to be creative and to, you know, when you see something, have your mind just go to a place, and sometimes you just can't sleep until you get to create it, you know, and that was me with that, because that was one of the signs that I got, and I kind of considered it my winter sign, or, you know, Christmassy, and I really started putting all my Christmas stuff away, and I'm like, no, I can't stop until I make that one. So I just made that one a couple of days ago. Actually, Friday night, maybe I made it. I had Logan here for a while his mother was, Friday or Saturday, one of the two. His mom was, had to be Friday, because Saturday was with my brothers. So his mom was wrapping presents, so he sat there and played on his phone, and I did some wreaths, so anyway, so I really feel like, I need to put one in each one of those, and figure out my ribbon too, so, ribbon will be next. Sometimes everybody already has their ribbon picked out that they're going to use, and I sometimes don't. Sometimes that kind of stumps me when I do that. So anyway, so this is what it looks like so far. It's not complete. When it gets complete, I'll post a picture of it. Wreath Addiction RN, I'm Teresa. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and helping me experiment on my Mevo. I really appreciate it. You guys have been great feedback. Thank you so much. So you guys have a safe holiday. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Please be safe, especially if you're traveling on the roads on these holidays. You know, it's fun to go and visit your families and things, but it's really, you know, just be safe, watch out. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, bye.